All right, hey guys, welcome to Straya's episode 3, and we are excited to be here today. Unfortunately, we do not have our druid here today, who is Venna, who is played by Just Desi. She's under the weather, so it is only the 30 of us today and our wonderful DM, of course. And so we'll just gonna kick off today. I will be doing the what happened last session. If I remember right, we had we figured out what our magical items were that we found in the tomb. We Snorri talked to a skeleton that was his acquaintance. I'm going to look at my notes.
Marcus Dunt.
Marcus Dunt. And he convinced him to detach his head from his body and is now being carried around in Snorri's bag. And we were able to, after camping outside, we went back and we got the notes and everything from Marcus Dunt's house, and then went and reported what happened in the temple to Captain Melvor, and then we went to the tavern, talked, got to know each other a little more, just a little more, and then Snorri decided yeah, can't be a wizard without a skull in your bag. Yeah. And then we had Reese had a lesson in ciphers by Snorri, who she instantly regretted her decision, but hey, she's learned something new. And we got Reese and um, Reese and Venna had rooms or had bought the rooms for 2 nights, and we all eventually went to bed. But before we went to bed, Dex uh, got some information that was important-ish. They're only rumors that we know, but apparently the Lord is who we found out is the dude that is big bad, at least as far as we know. He's an animal. And Snorri found some notes. Did understand some of the notes of turning things into other things permanently. And then lesson, and then we went to bed. I hope I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, well, I wasn't meaning a play on words, but yes. An actual animal. And we're not, at least my character, Reese, isn't jumping to conclusions, but the fact that a weird cat's been following us around with purple eyes is a little weird. So, uh just hinting on the dude's a cat, but we don't really know. But I'm getting strong suspicions that he's a cat. But yes,
Only
left
one way
off going to bed. Capturing the cat and killing ourselves because we are level 5 now. We all leveled before game, so there's that. Alright, I'm gonna pass it up to Radia.
Alright. So, everyone wakes up in the tavern, and the group hasn't quite decided where they're going to go yet. So, with Venna not present for this session, we will play it off as they drank too much the night before, and they decided to stay an extra night.
Venna's not feeling very well. We were already kind of planning on staying an extra night because of studying papers and all that, but
Studying information.
Yeah, studying the notes that Snorri hadn't actually gotten all the way through yet. He only had gotten on the stuff that he's been looking for, I guess. The stuff he's really excited about.
Alright, so where is
you haven't
everybody?
updated that we're all level 5 on the thing.
Oh, on the
I'll do that while does his thing.
All right, so party hasn't decided where they're going to go next. So
Well,
the ball is.
Someone paid for 2 rooms. I mean, 2 nights. We might as well stay another night.
2 rooms, 2 nights each. Yep.
So
yeah.
I fully intend to keep reading these notes.
And I fully intend to learn
this time, though, from the room. Because I reckon the common area, might get kind of full of people.
Your assumption would be correct.
Alright. So, if Snorri is... I don't know.
Unless somebody comes up and interrupts me and says, hey, we have to go do such and such a thing. This is on fire. We need your help. I'm going to be reading the notes all day.
Reese is like, should
All right,
I learn more about the cipher?
You're trying to determine whether or not your character
What?
is a masochist.
Like, is she gonna put herself through another couple hours of
What do you say, torture?
dreaded discussion of linguistics? I mean, at some point, maybe at the end of the day. I guess Reese will just help people.
All right. So
help is
what
needed.
what is Dex up to?
Well, he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this Lord thing and trying to figure out where to go next. He's trying to get info. Ain't working, but
I mean,
you're not very liked, are you, Dex?
well, the fact of the matter is, I'm
quite charismatic. He's not that charismatic.
well, it's not it's charismatic. It's more like I'm an ex-cop.
Yeah,
type of deal.
seems to hang on to that ex-cop air going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I think Reese would also try to away from Dex. Get her own type of information.
So, if the three of you were mixed into a pot, nothing would mix at all. None of you are similar in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, should we be similar? That's not
I mean,
fun.
at least you got all your bases covered. I mean, you get into a hairy situation, I mean, one of you probably will have a way to deal with something.
I mean, hypothetically, if there's some interesting bit of information in these notes that maybe my character might do something about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
some interesting alchemical substance necessary to create a philosopher's stone.
So at the moment, I'll be honest, this session starting off a bit kind of a screechy tooth pulling experiment.
I mean, okay, so Reese is trying to find information, and then she's going to, at the end of the night, go say, hey, Snorri, I'm ready. Let's do this.
So from the time Snorri woke up until the point where Reese came and asked for help with cipher knowledge,
Yay.
I'd say Nathan will have uncovered the locations of crime targets that the evil forces would target.
You said 3 areas?
Key areas, like specific locations that would be targeted, like just like the one nearby.
Oh, nearby areas that would also be targeted?
Yes. So temples, like they are temples.
Oh, they're specifically temples. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, map out. We're trying to figure this shit out.
What are the 3 areas?
So if you pull up the map here for everyone to look at. All right, I'm looking up in my own notes for a moment here. Goodness. All right, so I'm gonna get a little marker out so we can put little notes here on the map for all of everyone to see, make things easier. So Lock Hollow, where everyone is currently, there was a temple. Boom. There, or Damaris.
I think it. Okay. Where exactly is Lock Hollow then? Because that.
It's like right in the dead center of the word, like right in
Because you said
between.
that was a 4-hour walk, but then you said from Amhawk Hamlet
Oh,
to Lock Hollow was several days. I just reckon it probably should be a little bit closer, maybe? Question mark.
General area. It's in this general area.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So Middenhiem was 2 days. That would make the temple right about there. Meanwhile, there are temples at other locations that are similar in they are equally as targeted. It's not wanting to cooperate with me. There we go. So there's one way up here with Ashwald temple there for the god of light. Gandrum. The temple at Waterwick. Actually, it's not at Waterwick, but that's where everybody goes from. But it's actually in the mountains. Jibap right there. And that one belonging to Rakim, god of death. And the third one being over at Silverwing. Although it doesn't specify god it's for.
Said by Silverwing?
By Silverwing over on the left there.
Oh boy.
It does not specify which god it was built for.
And what was the god by Ashfald?
That was the god of life. I'm not sure.
So the one northish of Lock Hollow, or no, red dot above Lock Hollow is the one we dealt with already, right?
I've already dealt with it. If you want, I can just use the map if that would help you out.
I wrote down the wrong information. I don't know where my eraser is. Okay.
We
West, northwest, west, Waterwick, mountains. And then one west of that's what is that? Ashwall?
Ashfald.
Ashwald.
Sorry, I'm
W,
making double
but
U's into double V's at the
that's
moment.
fine. Whatever.
And then
Waterwick is for the god of death. Rakem. Rakem.
S Ashfall is light, you said?
We've already done the life one, Damaris.
And then one uh east Silverwing. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the one by Silverwing doesn't actually specify anything. It's just a temple that was built and nothing more.
I just chose that. I just chose that.
All right.
That town randomly.
Did I glean any other information from the notes? Something a bit more useful and interesting. I mean, temples that might be targeted by evil is all fine and good, but like, you know.
Your character is so self-centered.
Yes.
In your notes, it would also specify what all treasures you would more than likely find at the locations, assuming they weren't raided by looters.
Okay. I mean,
The information would have been accurate, like at the time, but
I feel a little bad about stealing all that stuff from that temple, but you know, only a little.
only
Only just a little bit.
Yeah.
tell them the ring. Only
we
a
still got the dagger and the sword to deal with too.
daggers, 2 daggers. Don't forget.
No. I'm talking about we got from
Well,
Skull
no.
Boy.
Oh, the dagger and the sword.
Yeah.
Dagger, sword.
Well, he already explained those to us.
Yeah, we know what those are. One leaves bones behind, causing bleeding damage, and the other takes
Heal.
life from the person you attack.
1/3 round.
And that, all we were supposed to
And they're both made of
combine-
bone. They're really weird looking.
What we were supposed to combine one, like the sword and the dagger into one.
Snorri wanted to
I mean, for the purposes of like
combine
actual
one.
legitimate balance issues, you probably should not let us stack enchantments like that.
Oh,
That's
We'll
not. That's
you will see what happens. Trust me.
that's fine.
I'm just saying, eventually, we're gonna put every single
No, we're
balance enchantment
No, we're
onto
not.
a single
No,
single
Yeah,
egg.
No, we're not.
One egg.
Oh, an egg.
An egg.
And now
then
it's
I'm
an
going-
egg.
And then I'm gonna transfer the magic from one of those loaves of bread to the egg. And then I'm gonna throw it at something.
Now it's an egg. Last session it was a stone, and you were gonna sling it at a Tarrasque and kill the world.
Right. But when he mentioned the taking the magic of the bread that I have, I wanted to make sure that it was something breakable. And a sling stone isn't really breakable.
Wait a second.
So now it needs to be an egg.
Did you give Reese like truth-telling bread?
No, nothing like that. Nothing crazy
I
like
gave
that.
you scones, not bread. Totally different.
Okay, that is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm just asking, am I gonna be, if you ask my character a question, compelled to answer truthfully?
No, I gave you a scone.
With bread.
I didn't give
It's
you
the-
bread.
It's the aftermath, of it, but
Okay. Since we're not gonna do that, I'm going to.
I'm just saying, for balance issues, each thing should there should be some kind of a cap or a limit, you know?
try. See what happens.
Oh, I don't like how he said that. I don't like how he said
Well,
that.
maybe you should stop saying ridiculous stuff.
No.
You hear a lightning
Anyway, since
strike.
we're not gonna,
Stop
since
getting
we're
us
not gonna,
in trouble.
You hear a lightning strike in the distance.
since we're not gonna transfer the abilities to one another to the dagger, the sword, I'm going to actually take. I can take the dagger, and I'm going to during those 2 days period. I'm going to cast. What was that ability? I believe it was pop-up pack magic that allowed me to choose a weapon. Pack boon, I believe it's called. Yep, I'm going to create a a brand new version of my scimitar with the dagger. So I'm gonna take 1 hour and basically absorb the dagger and turn it into a scimitar. It's my version of the scimitar.
Okay. The image I sent you on Discord.
Okay. So it's basically poof, and it is essentially now my scimitar. Basically has those has a bone-like structure to it now.
That's
So the reason
not
why
normally how Pact of the Blade works.
Let's not.
That bone is a bone from a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it had its effect.
Okay. So my weapon now has
You wait.
what's the damage it does?
It was
With
just
a magic ability.
standard dagger. It just did it for 1/3, rounded down.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Third,
one
rounded down.
third one down. Okay.
No.
Oh.
That is actually very scary now.
I want to point out that if you guys think you're overpowered, just imagine the things I'm going to throw at you.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like. How much was the bleeding damage?
Bleeding damage was 1d4 on the initial strike, and then it did that damage every round. It
So
was
you're
1d.
saying that you don't re-roll every time it does the same damage every time?
That d4 is the same damage each round for 1d.
My question is, do you roll it each round, or is what it the same that you rolled the first
he's
time
asked-
every time?
Roll is how much it does each round thereafter.
All right.
So if you roll a 3, it does 3 damage for 1d10. It's technically not an attack roll, therefore you can't like be inspired for that or who knows what.
Inspiration doesn't normally work on damage, anyways.
So you can't add a d6.
Only certain.
Or sneak attack, nothing. It's just an effect. Treat it like a spell. It says Rose Warrior 01 live. Did anyone else know that?
Really? What?
I haven't seen them on for a while.
Who?
Okay, I don't want to go that far.
I see how it is.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So, at some point in the evening, Reese comes to the room
Sidestep
as
that.
a glutton for punishment.
All right.
Question mark?
So,
Yes.
all right.
One
So
of those,
let's.
she walks in and like is the like kid who doesn't really want to be there, but is going to be there.
Oh, I see you finally decided to come and help me peruse these notes. Here, why don't you take the back half of it?
I take the
Oh my.
All right. The two of us together could probably get through them a lot quicker. I go back to reading the cipher.
I don't know the cipher
What?
completely.
I spent like an hour and a half explaining it to you yesterday.
Oh my.
And
You didn't learn it?
I mean, I can understand some of these words, just not all of them.
I mean, it's a cipher. It's not a new language. Once you figure out how to parse what letters are what, you just basically go through it like reading a regular book.
Can you teach it to me? Go over with it me again, please.
All right.
I have a perfect meme for what's in Snorri's head right now. So
No, I'm gonna explain it a second time.
uh
Oh,
Oh,
I need to check something.
all right.
For like 5 seconds, Reese just.
Do you have any blank
stabbing him.
paper?
What?
Do you have any blank paper?
he needs
Oh.
parts.
Paper, parchment, vellum, I don't care what.
I pull out paper, ink, and an ink pen, which I do have
All right.
on my person.
Yeah, do you also have a blotter?
A what?
A blotter. I mean, a bag with sand in it.
Bag of sand. Yes, I do.
Good. Good.
I had the scholar's pack. Yes, I do.
Yes, that small bag of sand is an ink blotter. It's so that the ink doesn't rub. You blot it off.
I pull it out and I
All
set
right.
it down.
This time, in addition to explaining it to her, I'm going to write up a key for it.
All right. In that case, I would like Reese to roll investigation. I cannot think of a better comprehension roll in this situation. What would you do here, Nathan?
Oh boy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
investigation seems good.
I mean, if it's investigation or intelligence, it's the same roll. I don't add anything to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be some kind of an intelligence check.
Like, it's I have a 10 in intelligence, so
Roll signifies a comprehension of learning.
8. If I had advantage, it would still be an 8.
He has had better students. This one will just take longer.
Okay.
I was gonna give advantage with the key, but
My advantage, like I said, it would have been an 8.
yeah.
Reese is, I mean, she's average intelligence. She's a little more wise than it. More street smart than book smarts.
Okay. I think I could figure something out for this. Obviously, you're going to have to practice this a bit more. I'll take the pen, and on the edge of the paper where I wrote down the cipher itself, the key, I'll just write a bunch of sentences, making sure that each sentence, uses all the sounds that would be used. Like, make sure that each sentence has every instance that the cipher relates
I'm getting
to.
a study guide.
So, While it's not in English, it would be the equivalent of me writing the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog for the first sentence, and then the second sentence would like, "Oh mighty Sphinx, hear my sacred vow," so that I'm getting everything in it. And so I'm just writing a bunch of these in it. All right, go work on these.
Reese is being hit like a toddler. Moving on.
Also, don't lose this. And after you've got it, after you've learned it, make sure that you burn it. Don't want this falling into the wrong hands.
I take it and I look at it and I look at Snorri and I jot down in my mind. I now have Snorri's handwriting.
You have my handwriting for a cipher.
Yes.
Which is of limited usefulness, but
I need to know
it's still got some usefulness. Joke's on you. I'm not important enough for that to matter.
Who knows? Maybe this will be important down the line.
I have a consistent handwriting technique. Like every time I write a letter, it's different than the previous time. It's ridiculous.
There are more consistencies than you know, but everyone's handwriting changes over time. In fact, one of the things that fraud and banks look for is if your signature is too similar multiple times. Because then it signifies that there might be tracing going on.
If I write a word once, I have the most difficult time writing it a second time the exact same way. It's that's a challenge.
Anyways, I guess I'll take the back half of the notes back.
Okay.
I hand it back to
Anyways, going through them, I think I found some places that agents of the Lord. Ugh, I wish we had an actual name to call them. I feel so
the Lord
silly saying the Lord every time. Anyways, a couple of other temples that might be targeted because they were built upon graveyards.
Indeed.
Which places did you find out?
Oh, well, there's a temple near Ashvald, a temple near Waterwick, and a temple near Silverwing. Although the one by Silverwing, it doesn't specify what god it's to, so it might not be that important.
Oh, hold on. You say Silverwind or Silverwing?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, that place out on the coast. Actually, is it on the coast or is it on the
It's
mountains?
on it's on the west coast.
There's a
northwest.
The map has names, but it doesn't actually have any like town icons, so I don't know where the towns are. Yes, Silverwing.
Silverwing. Okay.
Would it help everyone if I added dots to represent where the city was that it's referred to?
Yes.
Would it help everyone? Okay, I'll do that.
Alan.
Damn.
Yes.
Would Reese know of this temple even though she was young?
Silverwing?
Yeah. Did you get my notes? My
I mean,
character's backstory?
Yeah, I got them. I read them. I
do not remember them.
Nothing stayed in there. I'm sorry.
It's okay, no. I mean, I doubt it, but just because stuff.
The learner. I'm sorry. Hang on, one more time.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
I randomly...
Yeah. The answer to the question.
I randomly chose. So it was like, where is she from?
The answer to the question is
okay. All right. So Reese will leave Snorri alone. We'll go down to the tavern area, sit at a table, plop Cass down, hand her a sausage, and as she just destroys the sausage, Reese will try to learn the cipher and the worksheet Snorri gave her.
So okay, so what's going on with the all the way to the left on Alandria, and then north of that Valhurst, and next to that Frosted Steps. Those are all areas, but the dot represents like the most heavily populated portion of that area, if that makes any sense. Like
Dot.
Alandria, the name of the
He's
country.
added a black tick mark that's like 1/5 the size of the square grid on them on a few spots.
I don't see anything different, but that's fine.
Like on Waterwick, it's right here. He added this little mark.
Oh, I see them now.
So yeah, he's put those in a few spots. I don't see where the one for Ashvald is.
Done it yet.
But
Oh, he hasn't done it yet.
oh, well, that would explain why I can't see it.
Asphalt will be underneath a volcano.
What?
Right.
Like the highest.
Underneath a volcano? They named it Ashvald? What a bunch of unoriginal pricks.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, what's next? Naming some city. It's in a new land, and the city is going to become a Portland.
I
That's
feel like I'm being
terrible.
bullied here.
No,
That's it.
it's Nathan being ridiculous. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I'm being a jerk. I'm sorry. I do have a random question about whether or not my character would know this. So on this map, over here by Freymarch, there's this area that appears to be a gigantic lake. A very, very large inland lake. However, my question is that an inland lake, or is that a very large inland bay, and there's ocean over here off to the side on the map that we can't see?
Like,
Okay, cool.
think Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Which-
connected to the like? Where does it connect to the ocean? Like, is it? Would I know
Wait.
if there are rivers connecting that lake to the ocean that are large enough to allow seafaring vessels to go upriver and then sail in the lake? Or is the
To a
river
certain-
not that deep?
It's not that deep.
Okay.
We'll be clear here. Most of that water is runoff from the mountains.
So Viking longships can get in there just fine, get in and out, but like a galleon can't.
That would yeah, crash and burn big time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you may have noticed that the dot for Freight March is in the water. That was not an accident.
I mean, I'm sure it's one of those.
In city.
Is it okay?
Like,
based on my
yeah.
character's knowledge, is it more like Venice, or is it more like that shithole town in the Hobbit movie at the base of the Misty Mountain?
Both.
Okay, I can live with that answer.
Both.
That means that there are rich and poor people living there.
I had an opportunity to use my favorite phrase, but I didn't.
Hmm.
Yes. When someone says like, "Is it this or this?" and you just say yes.
Well, I mean,
I almost did, but
that is a
decided not.
logic thing. That is correct, technically.
Reese.
I will
I need a
consume the
drink.
necessary amount of scones.
Reese is going
Okay.
to go to the bar
You
and
could
get a
say,
drink.
I am going to eat my daily bread.
Roll me a Constitution, please, and thank you, Reese.
Okay. Just a check, right?
Just put the word Constitution.
Is it a saving throw? I believe is what she wants to know.
It's fine. I rolled a 21.
Sweet. You were not ready for bed yet, apparently. I was going to see if you're like crashing after that, but no, you're good.
She just like, I need a drink. This is just, ugh.
Yeah. Where do you guys want to go?
Well,
Suffice it to say, Snorri is not a go-getter.
oh
Incredible.
darn it. We should probably. I'm gonna look around. Who is Dex in the tavern, or is he still out and about?
Oh, I'm in the tavern.
Ah. I was going to say, you going to ask him?
I don't know. He heard me. I don't know where he is. I'm gonna go over to him. I'm gonna sit down and say we need to figure out where we're gonna go next, but I don't know if I don't know if I want to go up and bother Snorri again. What do you think, Dex? If he doesn't respond to me, I'm gonna poke him or nudge him or whatever.
Hey, C3PO, what languages do you have?
Nathan, I think he's talking to you.
Sorry, I thought Dex was being asked a question, and so I kind of didn't hear what was asked.
Languages do you
that.
know?
How many languages do I know?
Not like ones. If you don't want to say them out loud, you can message it to me if you would prefer.
Oh no, it's fine. Snorri speaks Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, and Infernal. Additionally, he is able to write, create, and study ciphers fairly easily. Like the linguist feat, the linguist feat doesn't give him the ability to quote unquote create new languages, but in a manner of speaking, it kind of does.
So, while you're perusing these notes, you come across a mention of a name written in Infernal. It's actually coded in your cipher from Infernal. So it almost threw you for a loop for a second there because it just showed up like a bump in the road.
Huh. What's the name?
In common language, it was ciphered up to fear and then the infernal name, which I will message on Discord.
Boop-de-doo.
So
what? Did you type that right?
Yep.
I have more questions than answers.
So Dex, what do you think? Should I go bother him, or should we just discuss? Because I have the information he found of our next
okay, so
areas we should go.
All right, I'll take out the map and me and Reese will go over the
So I'll point out.
targets.
I'll point out. Waterwick and then Ashvald, and then like point to Silverwing. Like I won't. She doesn't say it, but she just points to it.
Hi.
Is this up in the silver ring?
What?
You mentioned the other two, but you didn't mention silver ring. You just pointed.
It's not a place I want to go, but
Okay.
I'll have to, so it's fine.
We may have to. Let's see here. Closest place.
Waterwick
Close.
is closest, but we have to go through the mountains. Ashvald.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back through Middenhiem to get there. This does not sound happy at all saying that.
And yeah,
but
not only that, it's close to Middenhiem as well, so it'll be the biggest danger if the attack is there.
And then we'll have to. The furthest one is Silverwing.
Alan, what I know about Silverwing in general.
Okay. So Silverwing is a coastal city. I wouldn't say town. I would say city. It's mostly like all of their income is through trade. It's like the most piratey of basically like trying to think of an example. Anyone who's seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Singapore?
Tortuga or something like that?
Tortuga. What it was Tortuga.
Yeah, Tortuga, something like that. Kind of like that. Rowdy after.
It has a Tortuga essence to it.
Very piratey, very grouchy.
Good thing.
Reese would fit it. I'll just put it that way.
So it's like, so it's like the Isle of Man in the 1200s.
Reese would fit in. I like it.
Well,
I think if we go on easiest, I think Ashval will be our easiest, but
it's also the
Waterwick is, if we go through the mountains, the closest.
Well, Waterwick's too isolated. Ashford may be the best because if you take over Ashford, you can march an army at Middenhiem.
I think eventually we'll need to visit all of these areas.
I agree.
So regardless if Ashfall is more accessible, we'll still need to go to Waterwick at some point. I mean, we don't need to go into Waterwick. We just need to go to the temple in the mountains.
We may have to go through this town to get to the mountain. That's the issue. Sometimes they're set up that way.
Yeah, I don't. Coming from our side, I don't know if there's any like roads or anything that leads through the mountains from our side to Waterwick. There might be. It's the most direct route, but I doubt it.
Well, I'm not privy to their conversation, so that my character, has a quick and ready response because that's the kind of person that he is. What direction does the water flow in that river that goes near that temple on the way towards
Waterwick?
Freymar. Well, yeah. Like the. Sorry. Okay.
So if you went from Lock Collar to Freymar, you would not be able to use the river. It's going the opposite direction.
No. I'm saying like if we were to hypothetically go to either Silverwing or Waterwick first, and then we wanted to go from that lake, go to Ashenwald, or if we were to go from Ashenwald up to that lake to then get to Waterwick, which way does that river flow?
Does it flow from Ashfall to Freemarsh, or does it Freemarsh to Ashfall?
It would be Freymar to Ashfald.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know the southern areas. I didn't leave Middenhiem very often. So how about we go talk? I'll go get. Reese will sigh, and then we'll go get Snorri.
Is he still bitching about the notes?
Stories.
He's not bitching about him, but he's
having a mental breakdown over one word.
Last time I checked on him, he was talking. He gave me homework.
Oh.
But I didn't quite understand what he was trying to get at with the cipher. But anyway, I'm gonna go talk to him and see if I can get him to come downstairs. I'll be right back. So I go up and I knock on his door.
I don't answer.
Reese rolls her eyes and opens the door.
I don't know how to post it in the actual Roll20, but when you come in, my character is just like staring at the paper with this kind of face on his look. This kind of look on his face.
Oh, is this gonna be in Discord?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Discord.
A button out of this. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the face I'm making. I'm just like,
Snorri.
huh? What?
We need you downstairs.
What for?
To discuss our next steps.
I mean,
I would also do Venna, but Venna's not feeling very well.
it's still going to be a few more days before I finish these notes. I mean, we're going to be here for like, at least that long, right?
Come downstairs.
Why
He's
does there
just
have to be
like
stairs.
Oh, come downstairs.
Oh. I grab my walking stick and I make a very visible display about being feeble and old, but without saying it.
I slap him on the back and say, "Come on." What's wrong, Snorri? You had a really confused look on your face.
I don't know.
You don't know. What do you not know?
What? I don't know.
I'm dead over here.
Did you talk to your friend about it?
I haven't yet, but I didn't think about that.
His notes! I don't say that in character!
Bring him along, yeah.
I thought I could figure it out on my own, but
I don't actually make that big of a thing in character. I go, but it's his notes. Wouldn't he understand what it means?
maybe. I mean, that stems to reason. Well, I mean, I can't ask him now if I'm coming downstairs.
Yes, I know. Dex, as you see me walk down the stairs with Snorri, I have this, like, just exhausted look on my face.
Have you finished with the cipher yet?
I don't know, have I? How far am I, DM?
let's make sure Dex is alive first.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are we killing you?
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Something funny. I really threw him for a loop this time.
I want to know what you did to make him so.
I
confused.
made his cipher read one word as two different words at the same time, and he's just
Confused.
it's all ones and zeros, and I just made a 1 equal a 2, and his brain just flatlined.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I threw a wrench in the works, and he's just
You did.
oh, that went
It's
too well.
the best.
I need to do that more often.
Yes, I don't get that frequently living with him. I don't see that frequently living with him.
Not gonna lie, I gave him the name of Big Bad, and he's scratching his head on this one.
Oh, did you actually give him a name?
The name of the Big Bad, and he's just baffled.
Shh! Don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him. Shh.
A little secret. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Like in Abyssal, it's this. You typed that right? Yeah. No typos.
No typos. So did I finish it, or am I still
For
working
the
on
sake
it?
of plot, yes. Right.
I finished it.
Hey. The cipher is done.
I had to have a drink though.
He's not happy.
After it was done, I had to get a drink. It was wizards are weird. All right. So here's the thing, Snorri. We're thinking either our first stop, either Waterwick or Ashford. Waterwick, of course, you know it's the temples in the mountains, or just a temple outside of Ashfall. Ashfall. Excuse
So we're planning to go to both of them.
me. I figured we'd plan on go to all of them.
Okay. And you just want to know which one we should go to first?
Yes, we'd have to travel through the mountains
Waterwick.
or down and around the mountain range and then up and then through the mountains after hitting Waterwick, or just going through the mountains to the temple.
Well, right. I mean, we're going to have to travel through the mountains to get to the temple.
But there's a smaller mountain range and then a bigger mountain range if we go straight through the mountains. DM, is there a known path that goes through the mountains to the temple from our side?
It's not. Waterwick is known for being very hard to get to. Very secure, and that's kind of like its charm. That's why people move there, because it's safe from
Bastards.
the rest of the world. Basically, basically.
Ugh. I hate the mountains.
I mean, I figured our best bet is to just go this way and then along the coast.
And then up through the mountains?
Or we're going to have to go up through the mountains to get to the...
I mean, if we just go straight through the mountains, we don't have to go down and around and then up. We have to go through the mountains.
Yeah. That
You
sounds
always
like a
come-
terrible plan.
Eh.
You could always get yourselves an airship.
Okay, 1, I didn't know that those were a thing. 2, I don't think we can afford one. 3, where do I buy one? Is there like a used airship?
And 4, how much does it cost?
Yeah, is there like a used airship dealership nearby?
the ferry system from Middenhiem.
Oh, God. I would know that. Why? I would totally know that, right?
You're saying I could have taken an airship here the whole goddamn time and I walked?
You guys have been discussing this, and this is the first time anyone's asked me for input.
What would my character know about Middenhiem? My character would know about the freaking
I typically
airship.
don't assume that there are airships in a quasi-Norse-ish setting unless the DM specifically says so.
Ask me
You have
how
two characters from Middenhiem. You think you would tell us that before?
Okay, before we keep going, do
What?
we have trains? Has the subway been invented?
like I'm being attacked here.
Don't get
Are airships, are they dirigibles? Are they helicopters?
Or are they magic?
Well, yeah, or do they just fly with magic? Like,
Magic boat. There's no air involved. It's just float magic in the sky, like a magic broom, just bigger.
do they so
Magic broom, but a boat.
so? Are there sails? Do they still
No.
fly with the wind? They just
It's just a
they
boat.
just go.
Okay.
Boat, no sail.
So like,
You know, I had forgotten.
there are airships. Like, are there air canoes? Could we just get an air canoe and just go wherever we want?
I think you're pissing him off.
That face doesn't look like the face of an angry DM.
I mean, he did have a face for a second there, and then it changed back to normal. So I don't know.
Thing, but a chicken
We very
wing.
much appreciate you. Don't kill us, please.
Lightning.
Don't have Desi come back to a dead party.
Come back to be the only party member left.
So we can go to
Midnight.
Middenhiem,
It's yours. Go wherever the freak you want.
and then get an airship to go
Yeah.
to Waterwick.
I mean, are
There are
airships run via charter service, or do they have routes?
I don't know.
Like this opens up a whole slew of
DM.
questions that
Yeah.
I don't
Ask
know.
him.
DM, how
well,
does the airship companies
Like, are there enough of them that you
traveling?
can just
How does
walk
that
in and
work
say
in
like,
Middenhiem?
is it
My
like
character would
Greyhound,
know.
where you just walk into the thing and it's like, hey,
Nathan.
when's the next?
I asked a question, let him answer.
Apologies.
So the way it would work is there's an airship in Middenheim and there's an airship in Waterwick. They both leave at the same time, and they pass each other. And that's
Like a
it. That's
bus.
a damn bus. Yes, exactly.
They're buses.
Are those the only places that have them?
I think the bigger cities, like what does Ashenval have
Probably.
one?
Sadly, is not big enough to be considered good enough.
So wait,
So
So
that
what
What's
Waterwick,
Silverwing?
Silverwing, yes, Silverwing.
so
yes.
Silverwing. I'm guessing so big stuff like Silverwing, Ashenval. Does
need to put
Freight March
another
have one?
You put another little symbol around all these cities to denote which ones have
Yeah,
air
maybe
travel.
eventually just do a symbol for that later.
I mean, I guess
So-
while you're at it, could you also indicate every single tin mine? I'm kidding.
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I'm kidding.
No. We're not doing. All right. It's not going to be like Minecraft or
All right.
Skyrim.
Okay, never mind. Then I guess that doesn't really matter. My whole like asking about what direction the water flows was really assuming that we would have to get into an actual boat.
So
Nobody's asked me for input till now, so I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll let you
there are
know.
some
I'll get
questions.
anything I know.
I mean, the fact that maybe when we said we were from Middenhiem, that you could have just noted us in Discord saying, "Hey, this is the stuff you know because you live there."
I mean, I guess I'm gonna assume Hamhock Hamlet doesn't have an airship service.
No.
And that's
No,
the
yeah.
thing. If I, the player, had known that there was an airship
Hamhock
service, my character wouldn't live in Hamhock Hamlet when there's airship service, I would have chosen to live in anywhere but Middenheim.
Mock Hamlet's like the Shire. Like it's just mostly half.
It's a hamlet.
It's all.
It's a hamlet.
like-
No, I get that. Less than 100 people ish.
named
Okay,
Hamlet.
that's good. Okay, that's good.
All right. So,
No, that's fine.
are we going back
So-
to Middenheim? I mean, it's
Well-
really our fastest way to Waterwick,
But
For,
if we went
unfortunately.
just straight to Waterwick, we could then take airships to the other places that we needed to go, and we wouldn't have to go to Middenheim, like at all.
Be avoiding Middenheim.
we
What's
have
to say?
Reese has reasons.
Any place that's named there, they've
Okay.
effectively named it shithole. Why would I want to go there?
I mean, it's the biggest city.
It's big.
Right, but
Yay.
Midden,
Snowy,
Midden is a pile of shit.
Snowy, let me put it this way.
Why did they name it
Waterwick.
that?
Situation, it means
know.
middle.
Uh,
All right. Anyway.
Anyway,
not in English.
we the closest, essentially the closest airship other than Middenheim is Waterwick. That means we have to go through the mountains to use the ships.
I'd like to point out the fact that I do have a map for Waterwick.
I think the DM wants us to go to Waterwick.
If you
So,
want to
I
go,
feel it. I have this sense that we should really go to Waterwick.
So, unless you want to pretty much amongst tracked in the mountains, or
Well, like
Pretty
Story
much
says,
after-
we can go south and then east and then north up to Waterwick. Go to the temple in the mountains, then come back to Waterwick and then take the airship to Middenheim and then catch another one that goes to Ashvald.
or we can go to Middenheim, catch the ship, and get to Waterwick, and save us what, a month worth of walk.
I mean, it took us like 2 weeks to get here from Middenheim. How far do you think doing our like southeast-ish to then east and then north, like along the coast to Waterwick? How long would that take? Would it be faster going to Middenheim and then taking an airship to Waterwick, or would
'cause if you take an airship, that would take like 2 days to get from Middenheim to Waterwick.
but traveling down southeast and then northeast, would that be longer?
That would take a long time. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay. That's 2 days travel.
Uh,
2 days.
whatever.
And that's basically 8 days. Like, it's a week if we just walk directly to Waterwick.
I know, but it would still be faster going to Middenheim and then to Waterwick.
But then we have to go to Middenheim.
Split the party.
I know, right? It sucks.
The party. And see who gets there first.
I'm pretty sure that
Faster to go to Middenheim and then
Middenheim
Waterwick.
team will go get to Waterwick. It's like we waited for you for like
If you get to Middenheim in 2 days, why? For
5
2 days?
days. 5 days of downtime. Let's just get it over with and go take the ship to just take the airship. How much would the how
Oh, yes,
Being
that's
from
another good
Middenheim,
question. How much does it cost to
how
take
much
the
would it
airship?
cost to get there?
Gold ahead.
A gold ahead?
3.
Yep,
Oh, 3 gold. Okay. That's fine.
that's not bad. Okay, let's go.
Let's stay the night and then with Venna take her with us to Midnight. She'll be in the back, not feeling very well.
Kicking and screaming or the ride, whichever. She's coming.
We don't want to leave her behind. Not with these weird cats.
Indeed. Indeed. So the following morning, you all went out to Middenhiem, yes?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Before morning.
Oh no.
Or morning. Okay.
Before morning. I need to have a talk with Marcus in the privacy of the room.
Oh, he's going to take my idea and talk to Marcus.
Oh no, that was a really great idea. I'm so glad that I thought of it.
You bastard!
Person.
You didn't even think of it!
Oh, I totally thought of it.
No, you didn't!
You might have said it right before I thought of it, but I totally thought of it. I never said I thought of it first. Jeez.
Okay. So
You're a rotten bastard.
You're in your room, and you open your bag,
All right,
and
Marcus.
there's a doll in the bag, and it's looking at you. In the bag.
I hate this bag.
Marcus, what's up with this word here?
And the jaw kind of twitches, and to the best of your knowledge, the skull more or less kind of like returns from the dead in its own way. The jaw starts to move when he speaks. Well,
That's not creepy at all.
show me which word it is.
I point out the section on it. So right here, it's going in this sentence, and it's talking, and then we get here, and then here we have the word fear, in common in the cipher, but then it's also an infernal, but it's a different word, and it doesn't make sense. So is this a code within the cipher? Is there a cipher within a cipher here? What's going on? I'm a little perturbed and confused.
On the upside, you can read infernal. Which word was it that again?
Well, it's fear in common, but the word in infernal is button. Without any context. I don't actually know also if if infernal is the word button like that you would use to latch a shirt and button that you would use to like press something to open up a secret door? Are those homophones in infernal? Because hypothetically infernal wouldn't necessarily have the same homophones as English.
Oh my god!
So I don't actually know which button it is in character. But in character, my character would know.
Oh my gosh!
So at the mention of the name, the skull's jaw just falls off, and it clunks to the floor.
Did you do that on your own?
You hear nothing.
I'll try to put the jaw back onto the skull, popping it back into place.
It gets clunks back to the floor again.
Oh, you broke him.
In hindsight, I am really beginning to wish that I had chosen Speak with Dead as one of my 3rd level spells.
Oh, well, at some point you can. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
really?
I'll put it back on, and while holding it in place, button.
A tooth falls off.
Stop it! Stop saying the word! You've already broken him, stop breaking him more.
Mind you, he Snorri is alone in that room. Reese and Dex are.
I understand that. As a player, oh my gosh, Alan, really? Alright.
Well, this...
I'm in my room with Venna.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to set the skull back down.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think. Can you still hear me?
Nothing.
Who's gonna blame this on me?
I mean, it was your idea.
I know.
No! You were such a bastard!
Okay, I can fix this. This is fine. This is
See,
totally
at the moment, only
fine.
one person in the party doesn't know what's going on.
Only one person? Oh, that's right, because Dex is in your room. Dex. If Dex is in this
No,
bedroom.
I mean, knowing what button means.
Well, no, the rest of them don't know. I didn't.
No. I mean, like
I
actual
didn't mention
people,
it to them.
like
Oh.
players.
The players, not the people. Why do you think I was laughing so hard? Really, Alan? Really?
Oh, well. I will see if I can fix this in the morning. I can't do anything about it at the moment.
Now, never mind. I was trying to think how you might get around this, but nothing comes to mind.
I have something that has come to mind, but I can't do it until the morning.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have it
All right.
prepared.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, I laughed too hard.
Tasha's put in this new ability thing here. So I don't have mending right now.
You're gonna mend his jaw back in?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna try.
Okay then. So
Most spellcasters have that in Tasha's.
It's all good.
So people aren't stuck with cantrips they don't want.
You mean so the people aren't stuck with True Strike?
That is the most useless spell I've ever seen.
I mean, instead of just making this ability, they could have just rewritten True Strike so that it wasn't terrible.
I know.
In theory, it's good,
instead
but
of True Strike, you just attack twice with normal.
In theory, it's a good one if they had written it well. They did not write it well.
Yeah, and if you miss it on the initial, it's just a waste.
Yep. You have to
Plus
wait
it's concentration
2 rounds to use it.
Yeah.
And you might lose it between the 2 rounds. Anyway.
It is now the next morning.
Reese is downstairs. She only hours. And then some down. Well, it's one of those 6 hours, and then the last 2 hours is like downtime, is a long rest.
Right.
Reese gets up 2 hours. She's just not sleeping, and she's sitting down at the table with Cass, eating a sausage to Cass.
Okay.
So first thing in the morning, I am going to attempt I'm going to attempt mending on first the tooth.
Okay.
Do I see this?
The tooth that you held next to the jaw just seems to kind of fix its place, like fix back into its own spot.
Before I cast mending, or as I cast mending?
As you cast it, yes.
Okay. All right, that seems to have worked. Now let's.
I would assume you
would
be seeing this deck since you share a room with him.
And then I'll put the jaw back into place.
He's constructing a skull in front of you.
And then I will cast mending while holding the jaw back in place.
And that also fixes itself to the larger part of the skull.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Well, I mean, I guess technically I fixed Marcus. Well, I put Marcus back to what he was like this morning. I mean, obviously I didn't fix him. I mean, that would require me to get him back into a human body. Actually, he was human, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Back into a human body. Marcus, are you able to talk again?
It just shakes.
Like shakes no or shakes yes?
It shakes. Like it vibrates.
It quivers.
Well, that's
The entire skull just like jitters like a cell phone across the table.
more than you were doing yesterday. Okay.
I basically get up and walk out, and I'm just muttering in Orcish.
Shake.
What of?
Shake again like that 2 times for a half a second each, if you can understand me.
It does so.
Okay. All right. I guess I could come up with some kind of a code cipher that would
Oh no.
could probably use something that uses short and long pulses.
Oh
this
no.
would be such
You're not going to pull Morse code out of your butt.
Why not? It's a cipher. It's a cipher. Rules is written. There's no reason my character can't come up with Morse code to communicate with this guy.
I hate the fact that you're right.
Yeah. They're just walking out the room muttering Orcish, basically saying, "What a fucking Fruit Loop."
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
The man and his vibrating skull.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Communicating with Morse code is not the most efficient way to communicate.
It's not.
It's really not.
Unless it's the only option you've got.
Which is the only option you've got right now.
So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much time it takes to develop a cipher, but yeah. I mean, Snorri's basically going to invent Morse code. Sorry, Samuel Morse. It's now the Snorri code.
So, okay then. So you will.
Just envision the skull
I just
vibrating on
imagine
the
this
table.
skull, like just kind of jittering across the table, and you're just like writing down.
Thank you. That's very.
Yeah, thank you. And then some like a servant walks by with food, and they're like, "What is going on here?" And he moves it. Okay, so we've invented Morse code. What else are we going to bring from the real world?
As we,
Oh my! What fourth wall break is coming next?
Yeah,
I mean,
I go down and sit by
he's
Reese.
a linguistic, so.
Yeah.
I mean, hypothetically, you could have just made it so that attaching his jaw worked to fix him back to normal. It didn't, and that's okay. I had to work with what I got, and what I got is the linguistics feat.
Rip. Okay, so
Yeah, but I'll go down to Reese, sit down, and I just give her a look like he's playing with the skull.
I don't. What?
it's
He's playing with the skull.
I don't even.
Great, now I sound like some kind of a weirdo.
Gee, who would've
I don't want to know.
Do you think?
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I am. I am packed up and ready to go when you and Snorri
Just
are
make sure he doesn't
ready,
pick up.
especially after he's done playing with his skull.
We start worrying. If he starts picking up other bones, then we start worrying a little bit more. I call for food and get everything ready to go.
So when we're on our way out, since it's our last day at the place, I'm gonna walk up to the innkeeper, tavern keeper, or whatever, and this is going to be a weird question, and I don't really know where in town I would buy such a thing, but I assume you would have one. But I would like to purchase like a wooden bowl, about yay big or so. Just the perfect thing to prevent round things from rolling off of the table.
Oh my goodness!
It does a loud bang, and you see Dex at the bottom by Snorri when he does this, hit face first on it, just banging his head on the damn thing.
Yeah, I just need to buy a bowl that about the size to hold a
Snorri,
a melon.
Wouldn't
so.
the best place to go is a general store?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a general store here.
Do general stores sell bowls?
They sell general goods. That's how they got their name.
Right, but I mean, does that include bowls?
Yeah, more orchids going your way.
I figure they here have one. I mean, can I just buy a bowl from you?
Even more orcish, even harsher than before coming your way.
Okay, just out of character, if you keep saying stuff to me in Orcish, my character is going to learn it eventually.
Actually, he's gonna learn the cuss words of Orcish.
Those are the important ones.
Always
They once had a character with 3 intelligence, and over time they learned different languages, but because everyone just called him a dummy. And over time, he was quite formidable. He held lots of grudges. He couldn't speak anything. That's how dumb he was. Very fun to play.
Well,
anywho.
So yes,
why don't we just go to the
do
general
they have a
store?
bowl that I
I'm
could
sure
purchase?
we need to get stuff from there anyway.
You guys need to get supplied for your travels anyway, so
I just take Snorri by the arm and just say, let's just go to the general store. Can you point me in the direction?
But what if they don't have bowls? Then we're going to have to come back.
I'm going to ignore Snorri and look at the bartender and wait for a response.
Yeah, they gave you directions for right outside.
I thank him, and I just drag Snorri out of the tavern towards the general store so we can buy his frickin' bowl and then all the supplies we want.
All right. So
Gosh.
you go in and they have all sorts of different things. What dancing light? What's the dancing light?
I meant to click on it to change it in the thing that it's not prepared, but I accidentally clicked on the cast button.
So inside the general store, different kinds of lights just suddenly appear for some reason.
No, I didn't. I don't have it prepared anymore. It's the one that
It's the one he switched out today.
It's the one that I switched out for mending.
Okay, all good. I was just messing with you. Okay, so the general store, you go in there, and there's different kinds of just small, different kinds of assorted fruits, different kinds of furniture, just mostly sample models of furniture before people just like they look at it, say they want it, and then they go get a different one from back. Anywho, just mostly floor models.
This is very anachronistic to have a general store that sells furniture. Getting on my case about a fourth wall break.
All right. I go up to the dude in charge.
Sure.
Shopkeeper. Or whoever's in charge, whoever's taking orders or whatever, and I say, I would like a wooden bowl about yay big. If you have one, or one.
And the shopkeeper looks at you, goes, what? Fitted melon, perhaps?
Yes, about fitted melon.
Or 10 apples, perhaps. Yeah, it's about the same size.
My character, I don't do anything. I still have like the whole like hand ball this, but I have the face were just like the line face with the. I'm so done face emote. That's her face right now.
So the shopkeeper goes behind the counter. You hear different things clatter the floor and rummaging and lots of things crashing into each other. And they come out with one bowl, and their hair is very frazzled all of a sudden. And then they clap the bowl down on the counter.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
You look a little frazzled, but
Yeah, I've had worse.
is there?
I'll pick up the bowl
How much for the bowl?
and kind of
The 8 copper.
hold it up near my face to kind of make sure that it's, without saying it out loud, but to make sure that it's roughly head sized.
Oh my goodness!
Is it? Is it roughly head sized?
Roughly hit.
Dex walks into this.
This will
by
do.
the way.
This will do perfectly.
I walk in, I see him doing this. I'm like, jeez. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Eight copper, you say? Do you have change for a gold coin?
Advantage. But are you sure you want that? I mean, we have hats over here, and they point to like.
Oh, it's not for a hat. This would make a terrible hat. I mean, there's no strap on it for one. If you're gonna have a hat that's this heavy, you would definitely need a strap to hold it in.
Sorry.
Okay, Dex, Snorri, is there anything else we need? I'm thinking maybe some rations, a couple rations.
I don't think we need rations. I've got plenty of food for several days.
Do you have an empty journal or anything here?
Certainly. And once again, the shopkeeper goes behind the counter, and you hear clashing, banging, and all sorts of noises that should not be happening in a store.
Do you think they're okay?
I think they're using magic.
Come out with a pad, with a leather-bound pad, and it's got several layers of parchment inside of it, bound inside the leather.
How much for that?
Just a simple 2 silver. Sound reasonable?
Yeah. How many rations do you think we need? And I put down the 2 silver and take the.
Do the swap.
Did the person reply to whether or not they had change for a gold coin?
Said yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not hear you. I apologize.
I'm going to ask the shopkeeper if he has any healing potions.
Those are in short supply, but I'm sure I have a few left over. With the my fights recently.
Did the change include an electrum coin, or do those not exist in this world?
Tell me.
No electrum. Nice try though.
Dang it.
Thank you.
Wait, you guys see the?
He's trying to rustle my jimmies. It's not working.
Yeah, I'll ask to see what kind of potions he has left in his stock.
Let me pull out mine for this round. I was prepared, believe it or not.
Should we get rations for our trip to Middenhiem, or just get our supplies there? Because I have enough rations to get or at least me and Reese, or me and Cass, to Middenhiem.
Supply. 4 healing potions, 1 greater healing potion, and 1 superior healing potion, and that's it.
Ooh.
How much do they cost? Do they cost player handbook? Because player handbook has normal ones, and they're like 50 gold.
Normal ones, yeah, those are 50. I'm looking at my other books. Hang on.
I don't think we need to get too much food. I have enough supplies to last us between 5 and 40 days.
All right, so the greater healing potion is 200 gold.
Oh, wait. I should specify. I have food for 1 person to last between 5 and 40 days. Of course, that number would need to be divided by all of us. So I guess it's between 1 to 10 days.
Like, Snowy.
What? Slowly turning my head.
I mean, I have rations. and I have the sausages for
The
Cass.
prices. The prices. Uh-oh.
Also, thank you for the hydrates. I just noticed them.
The prices for the superior and the
Okay, so normal is 50, a greater
Mhm.
is 200, and a superior is 1,000.
Okay.
And the party does have some superior healing potions.
We have I have this
Believe you
written
have-
down.
I think you had 3 of them. If I
We
remember
have
correctly.
3 of them. We have 3 greater healing potions. I think we're at least you can spend your gold on what you want, but I think we're fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 regular,
100 gold pieces.
and I lay it out.
The,
Where did you get that kind of money?
Yeah.
I don't know. I only have 50.
So he puts it on the scale. And due to the lack of rolls, I'm going to assume that was the correct amount that you gave them. So you will put that money in.
Now I'm officially broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's closer to being a murder hobo.
Hardly.
All right. Thank you so much.
Anytime. You're welcome back here.
We appreciate it. Stay safe. Let's go, guys.
Road.
On the road to Middenhiem.
All right. So you all begin your journey, yes?
Yep.
At the speed of plot, I'm going to have us
At
do
the speed of plot, I'm gonna minus.
counter.
Let's see.
Well,
Whoops.
the next several days, like my character is going to be trying to read while we're traveling. Like, I'm going to be kind of like, so I'm not going to be in front, obviously. So I'm going to try to just like kind of keep them in my peripheral as I'm like looking and just like kind of walking behind them. But when we get to resting for the night, they are going to get to experience. They're going to get to listen to me teaching Marcus the Snorri code using the bowl so that he doesn't accidentally roll off. I don't want him to roll off a table somewhere. That just, is completely undignified.
Of course. So using your jawbone.
I don't remember how many sausages I have.
You bought 20 up.
20 of them? Okay.
Well, that's how many you bought.
I bought 20. I've eaten. Cass has only eaten 3 of them.
All right, so there is a random counter. Sweetness. So I rolled for table number 1, number 50 on said table. Oh boy, okay. This is a fun one. So everyone is several hours after leaving Lock Hollow. Actually, you're almost to Damaris, the Temple of Damaris. And you all find 3 dwarves on the road. Due to their shorter legs, you all catch up to them with ease.
Hello there. I say as we approach them.
The one up front turns and returns the greeting.
Are you stopping to talk to them, or are we talking while we're walking by?
I figured we were.
I'm just saying
What
that
you did,
if you
Are
stop,
we going toward each other or?
like you're both going the same direction
Yeah.
because of the legs. The party caught up with them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because if you stopped to talk to them, I would have probably run
I
into
would
you.
if they stopped. If Reese stops, then I would have stopped.
I guess I'll stop for a second and then Snorri will run into me.
What? Why are we stopping?
I was.
Sorry.
Excuse you. Watch where you're walking.
I'm trying to read while we're walking. I was kind of dependent on you maintaining a regular pace.
Alright. I'll turn to the dwarves and say, sorry about that. You guys heading to Middenhiem?
The one up front goes, yes, this is definitely where we're going. And he looks to the third dwarf, and the third dwarf gets all angry.
Question of you?
Oh, think nothing of it. We're just in a hurry.
Well, then perhaps we should all be on our way then.
Yeah, I mean, we're going in the same direction.
Yes.
Let's just continue on. Why are you going to Middenhiem? As I can start walking. If I may ask. If you don't want to divulge, I understand.
When you put it that way, it makes it sound so nefarious.
What are you up to?
Inside check the dwarves, see if they're actually suspicious and everything.
Roll, please.
Gotcha. Inside.
3 dwarves, minding their own
That's
business, walking down the road.
They are extremely suspicious. Extremely.
3 dwarves walking down the road, minding their own business, and the ex-cop thinks that they're up to no good. I see how it is.
And the ex-cop knows they're up to no good.
I have to say, with the fact that one got mad because Reese said hi, Reese is a little suspicious, but she's not going to inside check them.
I'm gonna make a roll myself.
But yeah, Reese says, if I may ask, what?
The third dwarf kind of noticed Dex's expression and realized that Dex is caught on to what they're up to. Or at least he thinks so.
Which is ironic because none of us know what they're up to.
That's all.
Only the racist half-orc cop who's got a thing against dwarves and thinks that they're all up to no good.
The angry dwarf thinks that Dex knows what they're doing.
I'll actually
Are they? Is any of them going to ask me or answer my question or respond in any way?
I'm sorry. Whoops.
I'm not mad. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
What did Reese ask the dwarves?
Why they're heading to Middenhiem?
Oh,
yeah.
The first dwarf says, "Oh, we're there. We're going to meet a friend."
Okay, now I'm gonna inside check them. I want to see if that's a friend to see what.
The first dwarf says, "We're going to see a friend," and the moment he says "friend," the third one shouts as if to silence him.
Okay, I'm inside these dudes. This third dwarf is weird. No, I have this weird feeling, but I don't really see anything. Okay, cool. He just has a temper.
He's an angry dwarf.
He is very much an angry dwarf.
Oh, you were bad.
I did roll very bad.
I believe in Ham Hock Hamlet. We just refer to those.
Um,
I'm just walking casually. I'm just walking casually, and I just say in Dwarvish. So, how's this gonna happen?
oh boy. Oh boy.
And then I reply in Dwarvish, "What? What are you talking about? We're all just going to Middenhiem. Let's just all be on our way and go to Middenhiem.
I say, Snorri.
We'll even walk slow if you want someone to chat to, but it seems like you don't."
Snorri, get behind me.
So, okay, what did you say in the first place?
I said, how we're gonna do this.
Okay, so in response to that, the angry dwarf kind of fumes. He gets red in the face, and he draws his axe.
And my sword shoots out from my hand and went to his face.
Reese growl
boy.
or Cass growls.
Okay,
And
are
I
we
say-
rolling
and
initiative now?
And I say,
I
Dwarvish,
feel like we're rolling initiative now.
They are.
I say in Dwarvish, think twice.
You know what? Pull up an old map just for the sake of having a grid to do this on. Okay.
Oh, sweet, my transmutation circle is still there.
Anywho's it. Looking for a token used for this.
I need to.
Out as you for the time being.
So yes, should I roll initiative? Is the thing going to be pulled up?
Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Ven is still not feeling well after that night of drinking, so she'll just kind of slump off to the side. We
Feel she's like in the back already. Watch.
Are these dwarves? Where are their beards?
Nathan, stop.
tokens. I don't have any.
No, it's fine. I just dwarves don't have to have beards. That's not a requirement. Although there was this one random, I think it was a Reddit post, but it could have been from Twitter or Facebook, and one of the various random D&D things that was going around where the comment was like, it was about how like dwarf beards are, according to human standards, would be considered dirty and filthy, but they're actually like complex ecosystems that act as a natural HEPA filter while you're down in the mines, allowing them to breathe better air. And that's why women would have beards also, and why it would be extremely offensive to shave a dwarf's beard off, because that would be like removing half of their immune system. It was a really interesting read.
Cool. All right, so
I thought we were still doing things, and that's why I thought I had time to talk. I apologize.
we
One in the back is the one that's drawn weapon. The other two haven't done anything yet. We'll put like a little skull thingy on the third, just so you know who's who.
okay, which one's which?
I will also put a little skull thingy on mine. Let everyone know that I have Marcus with me.
So
Kidding,
I'm
we all know
going
that.
to. I don't know their initiative, so I'm going. Am I first?
Yep.
Alright, I pull my bow out and I notch an arrow, and Cass jumps off my shoulder in, like, here, and grows to her normal size. And I tell the third dwarf that if he does not stand down, we will defend ourselves and attack. This is your first and only warning.
Then we're on to Dex.
I give the other two have not done nothing.
I'm giving them a chance to.
I'll say in the drovers again to the other two. You don't want to get involved with this. Back off. And I'll point to the third one, and you put it down. And my shield's out, my sword starts glowing, and I'm gonna hold a Eldritch Blast if the dwarf starts being aggressive. I'll let one loose against him.
Oh, I forgot, since Reese or Cass goes right after me, Cass is holding an action to, in case any of them aggressively attack, she'll attack them. Sorry. I should have said something, I forgot.
Then we're on to Snorri. So everyone's ready to fight, but no fighting has happened yet.
Snorri is completely confused at what's going on.
Snorri, we love
The half-orc has just randomly said something to the dwarves that seems to have angered them. Why? Yeah. You guys, I don't know what we're doing here, but if there's gonna be fighting, I'm not gonna be any part of it. I cast a spell on myself, and I'm going to ready an action to run the fuck away if people decide to be a bunch of dicks.
So after your turn, the two non-aggressive dwarves will turn tail and bolt.
That's why Reese said what she said.
However, the third
That's what I thought.
will scream in a berserking rage.
Oh boy.
And lunge at
and yeah, boom, boom, boom.
took that first 5-foot step, you would have launched your Eldritch, yeah?
Yep. And I believe because I have that's it. That's it. And yeah, he'll get hit, so give me a sec.
Or maybe he'll get hit. Twice, right? Our cantrips increase for level 5. You got 2 bolts! 2 fires of Eldritch Blast at him.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah, we're level 5.
Wow. Wow.
So the first one hits, the second one just veers off.
That's more than a veer. Like,
that's it.
That's like the first one hits, but he fired the next one up into the air, expecting the dwarf to jump or something.
Anyway.
So this dwarf, he's kind of a spunky dwarf. And he swings his axe at your kneecaps.
I mean, why wouldn't he?
Is a 21 hit.
Oh.
Yep.
Damage. I rolled minimum damage.
What's the damage?
3.
3? Okay. That's not bad.
It was a D12.
Ooh.
Oh crap.
What did Cass also long shot attack is 2 as well?
Cass is melee, so he didn't get
Oh,
in.
okay.
He didn't get within
Now
a
it's-
range.
Turn.
But it is my turn, and I'm going to as my action, I'm going to imbue Cass with magic, soul magic, as it says in the description, and give her an extra d6 of damage, of force damage to this dwarf as he attacks Dex. And attack him. I can't remember. Do you do advantage?
Does who have advantage?
Do you do advantage?
I do.
Flanking advantage.
I do that.
Okay. Reese used her action.
Maybe these. I do it.
Now it is Cass's turn. Cass attacks. First attack. $19.
And don't forget the D6 that's added on later.
For the
Damage.
radiant damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why it says radiant attack. I made two separate attacks.
Okay. Yes, that 19 is definitely a hit.
So it's this much, and it's piercing damage. Not that it really matters. And then
That's 12 damage in total.
a d6 apparently, and 3 points of force damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna step there.
My turn?
Next is Dex, because I believe Cass is done.
Okay.
Cass is done.
I
Cass only
raise
has
my
one-
sword, and Snorri, you hear me say Infernal Ignite. And I will cast Green Blade Flame as a bonus action. And I will attack twice because I have Thirsting Blade as a hack ability.
Cool.
Thirsting Blade does not work with the cantrip Green Flame Blade. You have to choose one or the other.
Oh.
Wouldn't it?
Thirsting Blade requires you to use the attack action on your turn. Casting the cantrip Green Flame Blade is casting a spell as your action. As the
It's
spell,
a bonus,
it lets
it's
you
a
make
bonus action.
Green
It's a
Flame
bonus
Blade.
action.
Green Flame Blade
Yeah.
is not a bonus action.
I checked D&D Beyond. It's a bonus action.
I think it turned into action.
As I say, if it
Yeah,
changed
let me
in Tasha's, which that is possible.
Let me double check.
That
Let me double
was
check
one
real
of the
fast.
ones that changed Natasha's.
Bonus action.
Yeah, D&D I was taking the pretty much pain in the ass long time to load.
And on roll 20, it says
Yeah.
bonus.
Roll Roll 20 is taking a little bit longer for rolls to be done. Okay, hold on.
Source, Tasha's Cauldron of
Other
Everything.
sources say one
Evocation cantrip.
Other sources say one action. Some say bonus. Let's look at the works cited.
You said Green Flame Blade?
Yeah.
Green Flame Blade is an action. In Tasha's.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. One action.
Yep.
Like, you make the attack as part of casting the spell, but you're not using the attack action, so Thirsting Blade does not work with it.
Okay. So... that sucks.
Looks like Paladin Smites, but it doesn't, sadly.
Yeah. I don't know why it would say bonus action.
Strange.
That's
Yeah.
Now,
And
that way. Sweet.
That's annoying. Okay, so since I can't do that, that might be a mistake on my part. Anyway, I'm going to then do. I'm going to spend a slow shot and cast Blinding Smite then. As a bonus action. That's 2d6 radiant upon my attacks.
Dwarf with Radiant out the wazoo.
So.
Now, it should be noted that you can use Green Flame Blade and Branding Smite in the same turn, because Branding Smite is a bonus action, and Green Flame Blade is a cantrip with a casting time of one action.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
I'll probably do that, but I want to hit this guy. I want to hit this asshole twice, so.
I mean,
so.
I think it's a little inappropriate to call him an asshole, though. You started this.
I mean,
Snorri's going to have a talk with Dex about de-escalation after this fight.
And Dex is going to have a talk of starting of recognizing suspicious people. So. Come on. That's a hit.
oh my.
And 7 damage and
So
I didn't say. With 6 on top, ready on top of that, and I take about 4 health back on that. So I'm 4 health again.
All right.
And I will hit again.
Does it gain all the damage dealt, including the radiant from the spell?
No, just my weapon strike, I believe.
Yeah, just the weapon damage.
So you'd heal 2.
Oh, 7 damage? 7 slice?
A third
A third
of, the
of 7.
damage.
A third rounded down.
Oh, a third. Yeah,
So,
third. So that's,
math.
yeah, math. That's 45 then. Sorry about that. And that's a 21 hit since flanking is active, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, sure is.
And that's max damage on that on the slashing. And ooh, 10 radiant on that hit.
Branding Smite
It's on
only
your
affects the
next
next attack,
so-
not all attacks.
Okay, the slicing then.
Okay, yeah, right. Only the attack you meant for it, not all of them.
The next hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heal back full. I'm helped back. I'm full up again.
So after that, ouch. Snorri is up.
Apparently he's out of here.
He's gone.
Yep. I will use my full movement. I will dash as an
Feel
action,
that is very
and then dash as a bonus action, because that's what Expeditious Retreat lets me do.
We'll be
He is
switching.
off the map.
Okay, so on to the other dwarves. They go over here and they hide behind this ledge to watch what happens next.
And they're just like,
Anyways,
And the angry dwarf will swing his axe again at Dex. Does a critical 23 hit?
Yeah.
oh, did you take crit on him? Oh, oh, ow.
That's 21 damage.
Oh, that's like half your hit points, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, 2d12, and then add all the modifiers.
Oh gosh, dude.
21 damage.
This guy is nasty.
I need to make a con save.
Con save.
It's Blinding Smite.
Branding Smite, you lose concentration after you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
These dwarven barbarians are scary stuff. Yeah, dwarf barbarians, they're scary. See, you swing a weapon at them, they don't have to duck. They're already short enough.
Oh, she had 2d6. Ah, forgot. Whatever.
And I'm surprised Snorri didn't use his inspiration I gave him for the first combat of the session.
He's running away.
So whatever you do, do not look at Twitch.
What are you talking about? I already did your 3 drinks. I saw that.
3?
Don't tell me you're doing a whole bunch.
Maybe.
Oh my.
Have fun.
Alright. We're not at break yet. Break happens after the fight. Okay.
I have a lot of points saved up, that's all. Just trying to use them.
I know.
You should slow down the rate that points are given out. Honestly.
I don't. It's the default.
Oh my goodness. Or make hydrate cost more. I don't know.
I have also limited how many or at least I thought I limited how many hydrates each person can do. So yeah.
Tempted to save up for the truth or dare. And then dare you.
I choose me.
Oh, you choose. Oh,
I
never mind.
choose.
That's a waste.
How is that a waste?
You
Because
choose
I wanted
truth or
to
dare.
dare.
Then she picks truth or dare, and then you give her something based on what she chose.
Come on, that's how truth or dare works.
Okay. I believe it's Reese's turn.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
She's going to let's see, what did she have?
To be clear, this guy looks like he's really hurt.
Too bad I didn't prepare sleep. I'm gonna put
I
this
love
guy to
that
sleep.
so much. Big bad evil boss. Oh, sleep.
I mean, this guy isn't a big bad evil boss.
I'm saying, like, I like having it for when I do fight big bad
Yeah, just wait until the last moment and then just sleep him. Um.
Then tie him up.
So Reese is going to hold her. He's going to bonus action in Draconic say strike, and as her action she's gonna hold an arrow, and if he turns his attention to anybody else she's gonna shoot him. But then Cass is going to attack him, bludgeon, trying not to kill him, but bludgeoning damage. I'm not gonna. Yeah, she's just trying to. He's just trying to knock him out.
Damage.
Because this is just a regular attack.
Yeah. He's hurting pretty bad though.
Advantage. 18.
18.
Right.
Well, yeah, she's still advantage.
I thought that was Reese rolling.
No, that's Cass.
Okay, cool. Roll the hit.
So this is. I still need to roll 2d6 as well.
Huh?
7 plus 9 bludgeoning damage.
The 2d6 again?
The edict, my edict.
Ah.
I told her to strike. I told her to strike, and she struck harder.
Damage is that?
16 damage, bludgeoning damage.
Right, what damage? That's 6 and 3. The 2d6. Like what kind of?
Oh, it's just extra damage. It's just the same type of damage. It's additional damage, and I said she's doing bludgeoning damage, so it's not an additional bludgeoning damage.
And that was enough, actually. That 6 plus 3 there. That was enough. And he just kind of slumps to the to his knees. And he's just kind of bleary eyed, like he's just looking around, like he just came out of a haze.
Can I Reese step, like, is he like on the ground, like laying on the ground, or is like
On his knees, just like looking around, slumped back a bit.
Reese is gonna walk forward and what is going on?
Well, apparently our friends are up to no good.
No, Reese is talking to the dwarf and then turning to the other two, and she's like saying this really loud, so she's asking what's going on at the situation. If the dwarf Days can respond, he can respond. If the two in the distance hiding can respond, she's asking mainly the dwarfs, but she can see that they're being shady.
Tree dwarf slumped to his knees. He looks around, looks at you after you spoke to him, and he goes, "We were on a mission to rescue our king, who was imprisoned in Middenhiem."
Why would
Is insight.
wait, what?
Okay, so your characters living in this world would know that dwarves are a bit of a shady race due to recent political decisions, shall I say.
Hashtag not all dwarves.
Oh, the decisions made by their king. Now, what this dwarf just said was that the king was imprisoned. This is new information. Nobody's yet heard about that before.
My confusion is very valid.
Yeah, I'm inside to see if he's lying his ass off.
So
Not enough.
Not enough? Okay.
why?
So dwarves are known for imprisoning orcs. Like slave labor.
Yep.
They're very known for it.
So Reese is gonna walk up, look down on him. And why was he? I know that he heard your king made a stupid mistake or a stupid decision. Was it the reason? Is that the reason why he was kidnapped, or is there another reason?
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
I just shoot Reese. It looks as I can't tell if he's lying or not.
Okay.
It'd be a shame if he was lying to us.
It would be a shame if only someone had some truth-telling scones.
Truth-telling scones. Damn it!
I scream, "Strike!
No,
He just
no, he doesn't have. We don't know they do that. In character, we don't know that they are truth-telling.
Going up, making a joke.
I'm screaming, "Hey, Strike!
Okay.
You got someone we can use!"
Oh, my character hasn't stopped heading towards Middenhiem at this point.
Well, have fun.
I'm gonna have quite a head start on you guys, because yeah, that was all manner of inappropriate as far as Snorri is concerned.
All right.
Okay then. So the party has been split.
Yep.
It's okay. I got my
This trusty skull that can't help him in a fight.
The vibrating skull, mind you.
I'll look
Can
at
I-
the other two jewel.
Can I insight him? Because I'm also asking him questions.
Go for it.
Nope. I'm rolling shit today. Let's see.
The two of you agreed to work together. Dex having advantage probably would have done it.
Yeah, you want to say that?
What?
You saying that 15 would have done it if we worked together.
Yeah. What?
What? The two of you working together? What is this?
What do you plan on doing now?
That's entirely up to you. I mean, I'm at your mercy. Says the dwarf.
I'll give Reese a look,
Maybe.
I'll take out some manacles and pretty much cuff him in the back and throw him in the ground.
I feel that that's a bit excessive right now. We don't actually know what they were gonna do.
Maybe
Their
I shouldn't
decks.
have left. I'd be able to stop this craziness.
I'm like, this idiot just attacked us for some shitty ass reasons. Is king in danger?
I mean, it was a bit. He was bit on the on the excessive, quick to act side of this. I will agree with that, but I feel that you cuffing him for he attacked us, but I mean we got his butt handed to him. I think that's enough punishment for now.
do a lot
yeah,
of damage to so
yeah, well, he's a barbarian too, so I don't want to take no chance either.
he took half damage from most of those hits.
Yeah, so
I
Dex is taking no chance, so I'm gonna go talk to the other two idiots to see what the hell's going on to make sure he's telling the truth. Make sure
and
he ain't yelling out.
when Dex leaves, I will let him know that he still should not move because because of Cass. There's a very angry Drake right next to him.
Move up to two buddies, and I'll wave him down.
And also, I will say, now that the cop is gone,
Oh.
please explain to me what your plan is, and were you planning on hurting innocent people, or like what, you were just going and attacking people? Like what was your plan of three of you rescuing your king?
Oh, we were just gonna dig underneath the prison and get him out.
Really think digging?
There's a giant ant colony underneath the prison.
You really think that was a good idea? And no one knows that except for like the people that live in Middenhiem? Like, would Reese know that?
You know about the giant ants, yes.
I would highly recommend that not be a thing to do. Dear dwarf. There's a reason why people don't dig from underneath to get people out.
Right? They eat dwarves like you for breakfast. Anywho's it.
Yeah, I'll go to the two drawers and wave them down, and like, okay, boys, what's going on?
Two dwarves. I think they put their hands up. No more fighting. And the first dwarf, seeming to be like the face of the trio, just tries to shrug it off as miscommunication. It's like we simply just didn't understand each other. That's all.
I answer in Dwarvish, so treating your king is not miscommunication?
He said that, huh?
It's funny how I got their plan the moment Dex left.
And he just kind of dusts his hands off on his hips and looks around all flustered, like this is the end.
I want to hear this madness exactly, word for word.
It was under King's orders we round up a large workforce to bring our kind back into the sunlight, and our king chose orcs. So we've been hunting orcs out here in the wilderness, and we heard the king was captured. So we were on our way to.
And how, in the name of of the three gods, were you gonna do this?
We're gonna go under the prison and dig them out.
By how?
Through the ant caves.
I facepalm.
They're not just ant caves, there's ants in the caves. They're not small ones. They're big ones.
You're talking about the ones where the giant ants live in?
Those ones.
So you don't mind being ant food?
We can fend for ourselves.
No, there's a reason why people don't go there.
Get it eventually.
I just shake my head at the stupidity. It's just you three?
Oh, but we'll get more as we go. We'll definitely get more.
I face probably a bit harder. You're not getting it. They eat dwarves like you, orcs like me, humans like me, every day in the city. One of the biggest death rates in Middenhiem is the ants killing somebody. You three idiots are walking into the most dangerous part in the entire city.
Thinking they can survive.
And I'm just saying, I'm just buttering Orcus right now at the stupidity of the whole thing.
As Reese is like, dude, is not a good idea at all. You're gonna get you and the people that your friends over there and the people of whoever you're going to try to join you. You're gonna get yourself killed. Like, there's a reason why no one escapes the prison. Don't do it. So Reese is trying to convince at least the dwarf she's talking to not to do it.
Yeah.
I'll grab the two dwarfs and drag them to the campsite where the friends at.
The non-combative dwarves, they see what they're doing as good, righteous, smart, clever.
Technically speaking, we never actually set up a camp. We were just walking. This is just the map we're using.
I was just using it was just a grid that we could have the combat.
Yeah, I just drag them back to the fight site, to the combat site.
Okay.
And you hear me just like trying to convince this dwarf that he should convince his friends not to do this. Like, this is the stupid ass idea that you could have come up with. There's a reason why no one escapes via tunnels, is because the ants just devour everyone, and they're like larger than like me. Like, don't do this.
So the three dwarves, they're all pretty adamant that their plan would work. They think it would work. How stupid it is.
I just give them look.
Can I at least try to roll persuasion, trying to persuade them out of it?
Go ahead and roll. It's gonna be hard to beat.
From someone who, like, she's like, from someone who lived in Middenhiem. Like, this is personal. This is like, I live there. I know it is not possible. 15, of course.
So the
talking to a wall.
Really doesn't talk much. Just kind of speaks up and goes, "You know, I really like that idea. Doesn't seem too smart going after the big things when we can go for the little things."
What do you mean, go over the little things?
The little things.
Well, there's tunnels throughout the castle leading to the prison made by the rats. We can go through that way.
I facepalm. So you want to go through the castle to the prison. Also dealing with the guards.
See us, we'll be with the rats. They'll think we're rats too.
You don't look like rats.
Why, thank you.
Okay, I think we should just let. Okay, Dex, just take the cuffs off and just let them do their thing, because they're gonna get themselves killed regardless of whatever they're planning to do. It's the reason why no one escapes the prison. Just let them try and kill themselves. I mean, I've tried to convince them.
I turn to Reese and I go, "I'm this close.
Just
close.
Just let them go. Just uncuff him. Uncuff him, Dex."
I'm like, you see me this pissed off before. You see me this pissed off to the point I'm decking somebody.
Deck a tree. Just let them go. Come on, Dex. Snorri's probably halfway to Middenhiem by now. We need to hurry up and catch him before he gets himself killed.
I'm not that fast.
That was a figure of speech.
So,
I go 1 second, and I pat down the moron that I got cuffed. To make sure you guys nothing special that will actually make the ant or the rat problem in the city make things worse.
Oh, make sure they don't have anything that will make the situation
Yeah.
worse.
Yes. And I tell Reese, pat the other 2 idiots to make sure they don't got ideas on the. Make sure to make sure she was at home.
I in Draconic, I tell Cass to stand next to the 2, and I'm going to search them and see if they have anything stupid on them that can cause problems in the city. Just anything dangerous that will put other people in danger.
So one of them has a dagger.
A what?
A dagger.
A dagger.
Oh, a dagger.
And one of them has a fire kit.
I'm
Tinder
sorry.
box.
Oh, tinderbox. Okay.
It's a whole kit. And then of course there's the third brother, the
Barbarian.
yes.
Does he have anything on him besides his warhammer?
Axe.
Whatever
Yeah,
it was, his axe.
The D12 there.
His great axe. Sorry.
So I'm looking. Oh, you find an adamantine arrow.
Just one.
One.
Just one. Well,
The entire arrow is made out of it. Even the frills where the feathers should be.
would is that on the barbarian or any of the other 2 brothers?
Barbarian.
Okay, because
So we got a tinderbox.
I'm
a
an
coal box.
archer. I like to see that arrow.
I touched the arrow. So we found a dagger, a tinderbox, a coal box.
I mean, I think they need at least the dagger because, I mean, give them a fighting chance. I'm gonna take. I don't know if we should let you keep the tissue box. I don't want you to set the town on fire.
I'm looking at Reese.
As a distraction or anything. I feel like I'm giving them ideas. I'll shut up now.
Reese, I'm like, Reese, we're taking the tinderbox and the coal box. We're not giving these idiots a chance.
No, I say they should keep their dagger at least. Give them at least one of them to fight. No. Dex, no.
Reese,
Dex.
I'm not talking about the dagger. I'm talking about the coal box and the tinderbox.
Full box? Okay.
Yeah.
The kit.
Oh yeah, the whole tinderbox. Yeah,
yeah,
no, that is I'm going like Reese says what she says, and then just like wait, I'm just gonna stop talking. We're just taking that.
And I'll give you the tinderbox. I'll pull out a dagger. I'll let the barbarian brother go, but I'll put a dagger, throw it to the ground to his feet, and take his war hat.
No, don't take his warhammer. You're not gonna use it.
Great axe.
Whatever, his great axe. You let him be able to use his. Come on, dude. Come on.
I threw a dagger. He does a dagger. Okay. I take the mace out and throw it at his feet instead.
Oh, jeez.
And I'll turn to her. If they're gonna do anything stupid in town, I want to try to at least make the damage.
I feel that it's a bit excessive, but there's at this point there's no talking to you. Just let them go. But I mean,
I've already have. I'm like I had the cuffs in hand.
Go before Dex changes his mind and Cass growls at them.
So they all go away one after another. Did you take the arrow?
Yeah. Took the arrow.
The heirloom.
The heirloom.
Yeah. Is there a tree or anything?
Oh, well.
She got the joke.
Is there a tree stump around here, Alan?
Is there trees on the...
for the
He's
sake of it.
going to punch a tree, like Reese said, just punch a tree.
Nope. You'll see me take the gray axe, slam it into the tree trunk, back up 10 feet, no, 15 feet, raise my hand, and just blast twice at the great axe, breaking the shaft.
I mean, those dwarves have been perfect guinea pigs for a certain curse you know of.
Yeah, but the dude that has not only the ring or anything, we're not giving them the sword.
Yeah, they got my mace already.
Dex took their great axe. It's the great sword is like almost as, the long sword is just like almost as bad. So, I mean,
Well, great axe, I destroyed it.
It's no longer that great. It's just
the blade. Okay.
Anywho,
All right, let's get going and let's see if we can find Snorri.
And yeah, well, Snorri's not going to believe this.
No, I really don't care. We just need to find him before he gets himself killed out in the wilderness by himself.
can you imagine if they do actually succeed that? It'd be funny.
With a dagger?
And a mace? Yeah,
And
I
a
doubt
mace?
it.
I don't think so.
All right.
If anyone can dig their king out of a prison, it's those three. I believe in you, weird dwarf that was acting mildly suspicious and then got attacked by a clearly racist half-orc.
No. No. We were not attacked. We didn't attack them first. He attacked us first. We told him to leave, and he attacked us.
We made the first aggressive move. Dex made a veiled threat. He asked the dwarf in the dwarf's native tongue, "How do you want to do this?" The dwarves, now this is something that my character doesn't necessarily know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. The dwarves are apparently known for kidnapping orcs and forcing them into slavery. So some random half-orc just says, "How do you want to do this?" That's a veiled threat. I'm not saying it's not necessarily warranted, especially the way the dwarves supposedly treat the orcs. But Dex made the first aggressive move. The dwarf replied by just brandishing a weapon, showing that he's going to stand his ground, which is hypothetically allowed. I don't actually know what the stand your ground laws are in this particular part of whatever kingdom we're living in. Also, my Discord is trying to turn off my mic whenever the phone goes to sleep, which is very obnoxious.
All right, so we let them go. We continue on in the direction Snorri went. And I
Okay, so
say...
we're no longer on... Back over.
Alright. We're going...
How fast did we catch up to Snorri?
Well,
That's the story. Stop for anything, or you just run till your lungs start bleeding?
well, I'm... Okay, my character's not that weak. A lot of it's an act.
Yeah, we kind of caught on to that.
Expeditious Retreat lets me basically take the dash action as a bonus action for 10 minutes. So I'm able to move it.
10 minutes. That's 100 rounds. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's 100 rounds of being able to move 90 feet per round.
Yeah, this Snorri is like, he is going to be camping by himself tonight.
That's right. Yeah,
He's going to be going to Middenhiem by himself in the middle of nowhere.
So,
that was a great idea.
So at some point, like, I guess my next question is, am I getting randomly attacked on the road by myself? Or is it getting to the point where my character has traveled for 8 hours and I feel like, okay, it's time to make camp?
you're getting pretty tired. That's what's happening here.
Okay.
And on your way there, you actually see an airship pass overhead towards Foxbell Harbor.
Neat.
Neat.
Neat is all I have to say about that.
Anywho, yeah, you're right about halfway. I want to say you left in the morning. It's night
I
time.
feel like now he's just gonna wait on the side of the road until we catch up.
You know, make a little hut on the edge of the river, waiting for you guys to show up.
So you say that I've lived in Hamhock Hollow or Hamhock Hamlet, which
Yes.
bork 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 bork.
Stop.
Sorry. Okay, and you said it's mostly halflings. It's like the Shire, including the like the in-ground house thing.
Even that.
Cool.
Big one, aren't you?
You're gonna be like, you're like,
How dense is the dirt around here? Like, is it packed in dirt?
Enough
oh,
to make.
he's using mold earth to.
Yeah, I'm gonna mold earth as a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action. So I'm gonna spend like a couple of minutes. I'm gonna find a nice hill that's off on the side of the road, and I'm gonna make a little hobbit hole
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I love it.
in case it rains.
When by the time we get there, he has furniture and a table. Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Like going so far as to using mold earth to soften the earth, dig the hole, pack the earth in really tight to make it so that it doesn't just, I don't want like someone to just like kick it and it fall over. So like I'm going all out using my transmutation cantrip because I'm a transmutation wizard to like really,
okay.
because why go camping when you can go glamping with magic?
Oh boy.
I regret nothing.
So the 2 transmutations that you've learned so far, do you recall what those were?
What exactly is your question?
What do you recall the 2 permanent transmutations that you can perform?
I remember you mentioning one. I wrote down one in my notes.
It was stone to lead and then lead to silver. Remember that?
Okay, I do remember the lead to silver. I didn't remember the stone to lead one.
Okay. Yeah, those are the 2 that you have permanently. Like you're able to perform, and it'll be a permanent transition. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah. And I guess then at that point that if it's, how long does that particular action take? Like, is it?
Oh, he's actually gonna have furniture when we get there.
Is it like a ritual part of like kind of similar to this ability here? Like this lets me make a 10-minute ritual to do the thing. So it's basically part of that. Okay. Yeah, if it seems like it's necessary, like I'll take stone and make like lead supports.
Okay. And then what? Silverware?
I mean, that's unnecessary. I have my own silverware. Thank you very much.
You have okay. All right.
Actually, my character does not have a mess kit, to be completely honest. But I have scones. It's okay.
All right.
All right.
Is it okay if we take a break now?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it'd be a good time. We're all going to sleep in game.
Yeah, we're here. Reese and Dex move, continue on, and at some point make a camp.
Are you saying that we're gonna end here for the night?
No, I said break. We're gonna break.
My brain is turning into mush.
Unless Alan.
No, Alan sounds like he's saying that we're good here.
Turning into a zombie at the moment.
Well, then you should stay away.
Do not say the word.
You should stay away from Lock Hollow
Don't say
because apparently
the
it's
word.
against the law to be a zombie there.
That's it.
Button.
Button.
I'm not going to say that. there is a
Like
small part
Voldemort.
of me. There is a
But
small
things actually
part.
happen when that does.
There's a small part of Snorri who wants to write the word down and then have him out and have someone else say it and see what happens. But I'm worried that that'll just make his jaw fall off again.
I think it will.
So are we calling it a night or are we doing a break?
Up to.
I think now would be a good time to stop. Everyone's asleep, and we're about to get to the big city,
Okay.
home to half the party. Which it would be nice if the whole party was there for the next one.
But yeah, I guess I'll say for the next morning kind of a thing, I don't know if they're going to find me in the middle of the night and sleep in the shelter that I have made. But assuming that they don't, I'm going to stay in the shelter the next morning until they arrive.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. Yeah. We're going to get there and he's going to have furniture.
But I mean, at that point, I'm going to be going out of my way to like try to make the shelter be like semi-permanent, almost to make it kind of like a traveler's shrine.
So there will be like lead furniture,
a place where
chairs,
travelers who are just coming by can stop and rest for the night.
Or monsters, I mean.
Or monsters. I mean, it's not really going to be big enough for a monster lair.
They're small beasts.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like big enough for like 4 or 5 people. So that's like what, 10 goblins?
So I mean, if you come back and you have cats living in there, I mean, that'd be pretty strange, right?
I mean, yeah, it's possible. But I mean, I just figure if it's on a road between 2 relatively moderately sized cities that human and dwarven and, gnomish travelers are going to pass by and they're going to be like, this is about halfway. Why don't we just camp here for the night?
Yeah.
I mean, the inside, it'll be thoroughly vented. There'll be a nice little fire pit made out of lead so that it doesn't spread.
Hamhock Hamlet has brought a little piece of home.
Right, yeah. Yeah, a halfling is going to come by and say like, did a halfling make this?
Yeah,
this furniture is made out of lead. That's really strange, but...
Why is it big? It looks a little bigger than it usually would for a halfling.
The ceiling is especially high.
A halfling stops by, and they're like, who the heck made this?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Oh my... I was just kidding, by the way. I didn't actually think he was going to
I'm loving
make
every second of it.
Make a actual permanent, semi-permanent place.
I love it. You know what? I have it.
Here's the thing. My character is chaotic neutral. But that doesn't mean he wants to sleep outside and get maybe rained on. So he's going to use his abilities to make something nice. And you know what he's not going to do? He's not going to then use his abilities to destroy it when he's done, because that's just so much extra work. I just put all this work into making it. I'm not going to put work into destroying it so that no one else can benefit. I'm chaotic neutral, not chaotic dickhead.
So I put a purple dot on the map to signify that this is a location.
A location. Is that where Snorri is, or is that where...
Yeah, the purple is where Snorri's at right now.
Okay.
He's booking it.
Okay.
All right. So this map is getting marked quite a bit, isn't it?
That's usually what happens.
Maps.
Okay, Roll20 is acting really weird for me, so I'm going to reset it.
Oh.
And hope that it's fine.
What?
I marked on the map myself. But I don't know if it worked. Because when I did it on mine, my computer decided that it did not like what I was doing. So did it put a text label by that dot?
I see it.
Is it normal or is it completely messed up?
I moved it so it's legible. It was inside the river somewhat, so I put it in a spot you can see it.
On mine, it is completely messed up.
I put it in the map layer so that we can like.
Okay, well, I don't know how to
So I'm guessing
specify it, but like all the text that you've added, like the thing where it says Damas over the red dot there, that is also completely messed up. Like all the text on my Roll20 is just mangled.
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay, that means we'll try to suck it up right now. Then
It's fine.
I think
I'll live. Maybe a week of, or well, a few days of me not using it will make it better.
probably.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
all right.
Certainly keep that in mind for next time.
Okay.
Wow. With that, we will end session.
But yeah, so I'm just like picturing Snorri at this point where it's like he's finding rocks, turning them into lead, then using firebolt to heat up the lead, and then using mold earth on the heated lead to like flatten and smooth them out.
One way of doing it.
You can make some pretty crude weapons too.
Well, that's the thing. I can heat some lead, shape it into a sword, then convert the lead into silver, and then I can outfit an army of werewolf hunters.
You really could. That's scary.
Gosh.
Anyways,
Which is, in Snorri's mind, probably the only reason that he would consider using this transmuting lead to silver thing willy-nilly is to, to make silver weaponry.
right. Okie dokie. It's been fun.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we will end today. Much for being here, and we are going to end. Thank you so much, everybody, for ending or staying around and watching the shenanigans happen. I'm gonna send everybody off on a raid, and once again, I want to thank everybody for showing up. And you guys have a safe evening, day, wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow at 12 for my next. Not sure what I will figure it out. And I will set this rate up. That's not how you spell that. Give her some love. You guys have a wonderful. Thank you so much. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask. See you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Whatever. See you guys.